Welcome to Date Safe in the Philippines. I'm Mia, and today I'm going to share with you 7 ways to make a Filipina feel valued and respected. And guys, pay attention because this is probably the most important video I've ever made. You can have all the money in the world, you can be the most handsome foreigner who ever stepped off a plane in Manila. But if you don't know how to make a Filipina feel valued and respected, you're going to lose her. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually she's going to slip away. And the worst part? You won't even see it coming. Please subscribe first. I promise the advice I share here can save you from heartbreak, scams, and so much stress. Don't wait until you're already in trouble. Okay, let's get into it. Way number 1, learn her love language and actually speak it. This sounds basic, but you'd be shocked how many foreigners mess this up. A lot of guys show up here thinking that money is the universal love language. They throw cash at every problem. Girlfriend is sad, here's some money. Girlfriend is happy, here's some money. Girlfriend is breathing, here's some money. But here's the thing. Most good Filipinas aren't motivated purely by money. Yes, financial security matters, especially in a country where the average worker earns less in a month than you might spend on dinner. But there's a difference between providing security and treating her like a vending machine where you insert pesos and expect affection to come out. Some Filipinas feel most loved through quality time. She wants you to sit with her, watch a movie together, eat dinner without your phone in your hand. Some feel loved through words of affirmation. She needs to hear that she's beautiful, that you appreciate her, that you're proud of her. Some feel loved through acts of service. Maybe she's been stressed about something, and instead of just sending money, you actually help solve the problem. And yes, some feel loved through gifts, but even then, it's usually about the thought behind the gift, not the price tag. The point is this: take the time to figure out what actually makes her feel loved. And here's a secret. Most of the time, if you just ask her, she'll tell you. Filipinas aren't complicated. We're pretty direct about what we need. The problem is that most guys aren't actually listening. Way number 2, respect her family, even when it's hard. I've talked about this before, but it's so important that I have to say it again. When you're in a relationship with a Filipina, you're in a relationship with her family. That's just how it works here. Family is everything. It's how we've survived for generations. It's our social security system, our healthcare plan, and our support network all wrapped into one. Now, I know some foreigners have had bad experiences with Filipino families. Maybe they felt like the family was just using them for money. Maybe there was drama. Maybe the mother-in-law was a nightmare. I get it, but here's what you need to understand. Even if you have issues with her family, never disrespect them in front of her. Never talk badly about her mother. Never complain about her siblings. Never make her feel like she has to choose between you and her family. Because guess what? You're going to lose that battle every single time. The smart move is to embrace her family, show them respect. Bring a little something when you visit, maybe some groceries, maybe some snacks for the kids. It doesn't have to be expensive. It's the gesture that matters. When her family sees that you respect them and treat them well, they're going to love you. And when her family loves you, your relationship with her becomes 10 times stronger. Her mother will be telling her every day what a good man you are. Her father will be proud to have you around. And your Filipina will feel so valued because you valued the people she loves most. Way number 3, be consistent. Filipinas have been burned by foreigners before. A lot of them have stories about the guy who showed up, made a bunch of promises, and then disappeared. The guy who said he was coming back and never did. The guy who talked about marriage and then ghosted. So when you show up and start making promises, she's watching, she's paying attention, and she's probably a little bit scared that you're going to be just like all the others. The way you prove that you're different is through consistency. If you say you're going to call her at 8 p.m., call her at 8 p.m. If you say you're going to visit in 3 months, book that ticket. If you say you love her, show it through your actions every single day, not just when it's convenient. Consistency is sexy. It builds trust. It makes her feel safe. And feeling safe is one of the most important things for a Filipina in a relationship. We've seen too many broken promises. So when a man actually keeps his word day after day, week after week, it makes us feel like we found something real. Way number 4, protect her reputation. This is something that a lot of foreigners don't understand, but it's huge. Reputation matters a lot in the Philippines. People talk, neighbors gossip, families have opinions. And for a Filipina, especially one from a good family, her reputation is precious. So, what does this mean for you? It means don't post inappropriate photos of her on social media. Don't brag to your friends about your bedroom activities. Don't treat her like a trophy that you show off. And definitely don't do things in public that would embarrass her or make her look bad in front of others. I've seen foreigners get drunk and act crazy in front of their girlfriend's family. I've seen guys talk about private things in front of other people. And every time I can see the Filipina shrinking inside, feeling embarrassed, feeling like her value is being diminished. When you protect her reputation, you're telling her that you respect her. You're telling her that you understand how important her standing in the community is. And that makes her feel incredibly valued. She'll think, wow, this man actually cares about how others see me. He's protecting me. And that kind of protection is worth more than any amount of money you could ever give her. Way number 5, support her dreams. Here's something that might surprise you. A lot of Filipinas have dreams and ambitions that go beyond just getting married and having babies. Some want to finish school. Some want to start a business. Some want to pursue a career. Some want to travel and see the world. And one of the most powerful things you can do is support those dreams. I've seen relationships where the foreigner basically says, I'll take care of everything. You don't need to work. Just stay home and look beautiful. And sure, some Filipinas might want that, but a lot of them feel trapped by it. They feel like they've lost their independence, their identity, their purpose, and eventually, that resentment builds up. The better approach? Ask her what she wants out of life. What are her goals? What does she dream about? And then actually help her achieve those things. Maybe she wants to finish her degree. Help her enroll in school. Maybe she wants to start a small business. Help her come up with a plan. Maybe she just wants to learn a new skill. Encourage her to take classes. When you invest in her dreams, you're telling her that you see her as a whole person, not just as a girlfriend or a wife. You're telling her that her happiness and fulfillment matter to you. And that's one of the most loving things you can do. Way number 6, communicate without anger. Filipinas have sensitive ears. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The way you speak to her matters more than you know. A lot of foreigners come from cultures where it's normal to argue loudly, to raise your voice, to be direct and aggressive when you're upset. But in the Philippines, that kind of communication is devastating. When you yell at a Filipina, she doesn't just hear your words. She feels attacked. She feels disrespected. She feels small. And even if you apologize later, that memory stays with her. Do it enough times, and eventually she'll leave. I've seen it happen so many times. Great relationships destroyed because the foreigner couldn't control his temper. Here's the truth. You can disagree with your Filipina. You can have conflicts. That's normal in any relationship. But how you handle those conflicts makes all the difference. Speak calmly. Use a gentle tone. Take a break if you need to cool down before continuing the conversation. And never, ever call her names or say things designed to hurt her. The 5-to-1 rule applies here. For every negative interaction, you need 5 positive ones just to stay neutral. So if you've had a fight, make sure you're making up for it with kindness, compliments, affection, and maybe some Jollibee. Way number 7, make her feel chosen every day. This is the big one, guys. The ultimate way to make a Filipina feel valued and respected. You have to make her feel chosen, not just once when you first got together, but every single day. Here's what I mean. When you show up in the Philippines, you have options. Filipinas know this. They know that there are beautiful women everywhere here who would love to be with a foreigner. They know that temptation is around every corner. So when you're in a relationship with a Filipina, she's always going to have a little voice in the back of her head, wondering if you're going to find someone younger, prettier, more exciting. Your job is to quiet that voice, and you do that by making her feel chosen every day. You do it by telling her she's beautiful, by showing interest in her day, by choosing to spend time with her instead of going out with the boys, by not flirting with other women, by making her feel like she's the only one you see, even when you're surrounded by options. I know a foreigner who has been with his Filipina wife for over 10 years. I asked him once what his secret was. He said, "Every morning, I wake up and I choose her again. I don't stay with her out of obligation or habit. I actively choose her, and I make sure she knows it." That's powerful. That's how you make a relationship last. That's how you make a Filipina feel like the most valued woman in the world. Let me conclude by saying this. Making a Filipina feel valued and respected isn't complicated. It's not about grand gestures or expensive gifts. It's about the little things you do every day. It's about showing up, being consistent, speaking kindly, supporting her dreams, respecting her family, protecting her reputation, and making her feel chosen. If you can do these 7 things, you're going to have a Filipina who is loyal, loving, and devoted to you. She's going to take care of you in ways you never imagined. She's going to make your life better every single day, and she's going to stay with you, not because she has to, but because she wants to. What do you think? Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments below. And if this video was helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss my next video. My name is Mia, and I'm here to help you date safe in the Philippines. See you in the next one.